Go ahead, I'll time you up.
We need to know the question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can I This is Jeopardy. Great answer.
If you received a substantial grant to use for the city in any way you wanted, what would you do with it and why?
There's a minute for these, is that correct?
We'll do two for.
Okay.
Well, that's a pretty open-ended question, because you're talking about a grant could be in any number of fields, and that would depend on what the grant was and what the restrictions were and what the red tape was. But the bottom line is, if I could choose any grant, I would choose a grant to help us deal with the water safety issue, to move that in a more aggressive way, because I think something I heard echo up here from almost every one of us is that of the infrastructure issues that exist, utilities is the most important, that it deals with also the reservoir stability. And so if there was a magic grant that I could obtain that could be for any amount of money and move towards any particular goal, that would absolutely be where I would start. And then we would go from there. So I think that's my answer.
Darn it. It's a great answer. That's where I'd start too. I would start with the water. There are huge projects that need to be completed at the water treatment plant and with our water safety. And it's not just at the water treatment plant, it's at the reservoirs. We're talking about, and I mentioned earlier that halfway through the $2.6 million project on the clarifier in the water, out at that point. But we also have issues with the pump house in Amos Reservoir. What people haven't mentioned, or maybe you haven't heard, is ODNR is on the precipice of mandating us to increase the base of Powers Reservoir and Amos Reservoir by 3 to 4 feet. That doesn't sound like much, right? Okay, Powers Reservoir is a mile around, 30 feet high, 4 foot wide observer, $4 to $5 million. That's coming, folks. It's going to happen. When we talk about there's tough decisions that are coming in the next 3 to 4 years, that's part of it. In the $8 to $12 million of projects that need to be completed. So that's the long-winded version of saying an unprecedented grant, substantial grant, put into the water plant. Thank you.
That would be wonderful. What I would do is take the money and use it towards what is going to long-term vision and goals. We all know we have this water issue and we have this issue, and we've all determined that utilities are. Let's talk a little bit about trust in our government. Local government has the most trust. I would like to see us, what can we do to bring that up, to bring the community in line with, or the government in line with, and again, I keep saying it, working together. Can we use that money to plan out how are we going to do the water? Everybody has a different opinion. Some people say the water is the most important. Some people might say the roads. That's where we have to get together, work together. That's what a strategic plan is. Getting all walks of life, all areas of town, all professionals, everybody. I can't say how many people I have just talked with and thought, wow, I want to have a community advisory board. They have something to offer. So my first thing would be to get us in line with who we're working for. Whoever becomes mayor everybody out there, you are our boss. We are working for you. Let's get that fixed right away.
Yep.
I participated in a strategic plan in Galion years ago, and it was excellent. We came up with so many ideas. I think as mayor, if we had a magic pot of money, I would ask the citizens. We could pull on the internet, we could invite them to come to meetings and see what they would prioritize as what would be best for our community, because you guys have a lot more cumulative knowledge than I do personally. What I would do is ask the community, have a community meeting, and see where you think, and decide where you think the money should go. Because, like Marcia said, you are our bosses. When we're in city government, you are the people that drive this community, and you are the people that have the knowledge of this community, and we would love to know how you think that money should be spent. Yes, there's many different pots it could go into, but what do you think? Because many times government overlooks what the people think and then go in this direction, when many times that's not the right direction that the community needs or wants. Thank you.
A gigantic statue of me. How's that for a different answer? No, but if we got this grant, first thing I would do is I would thank our city's grant writer. And when I say we don't have one, if I become mayor, we will have a permanent grant writer. There's free money out there. We need someone to go out there and get it. And with this money, as everyone else said, our water, fixing our water. Any money left over, looking at our power. Why are we losing power all the time? Is it just, is it all just aging equipment, or what needs to happen? But yeah, that's basically it. If I had unlimited money, I would fix our utilities. And I also wanted that again. I will hire a permanent grant writer to try to bring in as much money as we can to the city. Thanks.
I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I already said that water was very important. I've talked to a lot of you people out there, and that's their main concern, is their safe water. And we need safe water for our people here in the city of Galion. Also, the storm sewers and the sanitary sewers need to be repaired. There need to be some kind of a plan to fix sections of it at a time. I don't know how many feet, I forget that, I do that. But that's my plan. Thank you.